Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another episode of the CD Racoola Show. Today we have a special treat for you, as we're going to party like it's 1999, as we review that year's mini-series, Storm of the Century. Oh, by the way, I told you in an earlier episode that I wanted to do more Stephen King. And guess what? This mini-series was written by none other than the master of horror himself, Stephen Edwin King. I'm sure Stephen King ever had time to taint himself with the CD Racoola Show. He would really appreciate me throwing his middle name of Edwin out there for you guys in YouTube land to feast on. This mini-series, unlike many of Stephen King's other works that have been adapted to television and film, was not actually based on one of his former novels. Oh wow. But it was written by Mr. King directly for television use. Pretty sweet if you ask me. The series was originally put out on ABC and was directed by Craig R. Baxley, who worked on other projects with Stephen King, including Rose Red, The Diary of Ellen Rimbauer, and Kingdom Hospital. So they're definitely a pretty good dynamic duo. Kind of like Batman and Robin, with King, of course, being the Dark Knight, and Baxley being the Boy Wonder, whom the Batman just brings along for the ride. I'm just joking, Baxley. Don't get your panties in a twist. The series itself featured 3 parts and was, of course, based in Maine on an island called Castle Rock. Ha! I gotcha! You Stephen King fanboys and smarty pantses out there were just nodding your head, wholeheartedly agreeing with old CD. Well, guess what? This series is not based in Castle Rock, unlike many of King's other projects. No Castle Rock for you this time. Sorry, boysies and girlsies, but Storm of the Century is set on an island off the coast called Little Tall Island. Oh wow, what a neat name. So creative. In the series, the island is a small town with a very small population to boot. I think small towns are some of the best settings for horror novels. Everyone knows everyone, from the town grocer to the sheriff to the bank manager to the mayor. It just makes for unique characters that each already have a little bit of background on each other, and in the case with most horror novels, they each know a little bit about the skeletons in each other's closets. So when things go awry, it's a literal powder keg about to explode. One of my favorite small-town horror novels that they later developed into film was Needful Things, also written by Mr. King. I'll tell you what, I am going to do my next episode on that novel. I usually save the next episode sneak peek for the end, but as I've said before, I'm a vampire. I do what I want. Comment down below on your favorite novel or film that is based in a small town. Slither is another film based in a small town that comes to my mind. That film was horrendously disgusting. Oh, okay, I digress. Let's get back to the Storm of the Century, shall we? The plot of this story, and beware, there are some spoilers for all you spoiled brats out there, that what want what you want right now, and now is when you're going to get it. The story starts when a strange man comes into town, just as a blizzard rocks the small island of Little Tall. It rocks it so hard that leaving the island is now impossible. The man murders some old lady with his wolf cane and is arrested by the town constable Mike Anderson, who's played by Tim Daly. Oh, by the way, Mike is the town's grocer as well. The mysterious man claims to be Andre Linoge. What a name. The only other thing this mysterious Mr. Linoge will say is the phrase, "Give me what I want and I'll go away." The man is then taken into custody, where he appears to be able to control the townspeople's minds, making them kill themselves and others in the most gruesome of ways, always leaving the note that is sometimes even written in blood. "Give me what I want and I'll go away." Are you seeing a pattern here? The townspeople soon realize that Mr. Linoge is not what he seems and really does have some kind of supernatural hold on them. And when he makes them all dream of mass suicide by walking into the ocean, making the entire town disappear, they give in to Mr. Linoge at the town meeting and ask him, what does he want and how will it make him go away? He says more or less that he wants one of their children to train as his apprentice. The people of the town, all fearing Linoge's wrath, agree to give him one of their children. Oh boy, that's terrible. They take a vote and it is unanimous, except for Mike, the town constable / grocer, who refuses to vote in favor of giving a child to Linoge. And wouldn't you know it, that town grocer's kid, Ralphie, was who was picked. Luck of the draw, I guess. Linoge takes the kid off into the storm, never to be seen again. Bye-bye, Ralphie boy. My favorite part of this series is the ending, and I'm going to again spoil it for you, and I don't care either, because you should have seen this if you are a true blue horror fanatic, but the fact that some of you haven't absolutely disgusts me, to be honest. Mike sees what he thinks is Linoge and Ralphie in San Francisco, of all places, and Ralphie now at the high school age. When the pair look back at Mike, they growl and show their sharpened animal-like teeth before once again disappearing, giving you the hint that Linoge has in fact turned Ralphie into some kind of demon thing. I so love it when horror films end on a sour note. It makes me really sick inside. In a very good way, mind you. The cast in this film was decent, actually, for a made-for-TV series. Linoge, played by Combe Fiore, was of course my favorite, and I can't see his face, Combs, now, without thinking of the demon version of himself. He was actually in The Exorcism of Emily Rose, as well as a host of other movies, but honestly, his portrayal of Linoge is what stands out to me the most, for whatever reason. I mean, maybe he was just that good. Who knows why my rotted brain works the way it does? I certainly don't. Okay, so here it is. It's my time to ask you something. And if you give me what I want, I'll go away, I promise. But keep in mind, I hardly ever keep my promises. I'm a bad guy, remember? So if you can please like, share, and subscribe to Old CD, I can keep up my shenanigans, you know. Please join me next episode when, as I promised earlier, I will be reviewing the novel Needful Things. I told you I was going to do it. I told you. So till next time, my dearies, in the words of Andre Lenoge, born in sin, come on in. Toodles, toodles.